Everyone here is probably sick of hearing me predict that cryptocurrency will be massive. One of the most consequential stock orders ever is going to happen. You just know it. It will be performing various tasks. Nick, I know you're probably thinking there haven't been any changes since March as you survey the area surrounding the gap. Compared to March, the value of all coins is now lower. Please tell me what you're attempting to do. What exactly is the purpose of this video? Are you attempting to sell us a used car? In order to make sense of what's happening right now, I feel compelled to cite the opinions of influential people like City of the DTCCCC as an example of bias. Having said that, I'm Nick, and I want to welcome everyone who is new to the channel. You should subscribe right now if you weren't already doing so when the movie ended. Due to subjective opinions and abuse, this film was initially released in July 2024. Let's take a brief journey back in time to that month. The global head of the DTCCC digital property is that hopium in the picture. Just so you know, in accordance with the DTCC is finalizing stock deals worth $3 quadrillion. That mother will continue to grow and improve daily for more than a year. Read this article if you're interested in finding out more about the upcoming changes to the wiring of the DLT-based financial infrastructure. For things to run smoothly in real time, the arena needs a better digital global CSD framework. Now that markets have the potential to start trading around the clock, this becomes even more crucial. We can apparently move things around the arena at a very high speed, so maybe the plumbing will work. Listen up. This is the DTCC urging you to be vigilant. Our goal for the next year is to reevaluate the DLT-based financial system. It seems like some of the dates they're giving us are a bit off. Who knows, but my gut tells me they're probably a little more strict. We have lost track of what's happening behind closed doors. When it comes to annual stock and business activity, this is one of the largest companies in the world. According to pages of this report, the number of cashless transactions will more than double by 2030. This is one of the main points of the PwC report Navigating the Payments Matrix, charting a course amid evolution and revolution payments 2025 and beyond. In addition, we have only touched on the expansion. Because of digital bills and wallets, this will undoubtedly remain popular. However, the plumbing of payments is also undergoing changes, as can be seen in one of the direct quotations in this rail war occurring behind the scenes of payments processing. This is due to the fact that domestic payment infrastructure is under increasing pressure from regulators, and consumers are increasingly opting to use virtual wallets instead of traditional payment methods like cards and cash. Worldwide card networks and processors, including many American-based firms, are thus experiencing pressure on their middle business and are beginning to reposition themselves in order to remain relevant. The importance of outsourcing platform and cloud systems is only going to grow. Take a look at it. There is an issue that must be resolved, but I will not be able to witness the subsequent 800 years. The necessity to repair the World Bank's plumbing is an element of evolution, as you pointed out. In the remaining minutes of your last meeting, you broached the subject. Give me the distance. How is AJ doing after the surgery? My plumbing skills and proficiency with spanners have both greatly improved. According to that utterly preposterous remark. By numbers, I assume you mean those employed by the bank, all of which are programmed to carry out their designated functions. The issue is if we are carrying out our group responsibilities properly. Furthermore, I believe that in order for the bank to function as a whole, its various components must cooperate in a manner that takes that perspective into account when analyzing a country. Therefore, we consider the potential outcomes if a portion of the bank were to construct facilities at Ford School to facilitate students' access to education, respiratory health, and water. Items related to food and farming techniques, among others. What about that? A division of the bank collaborates with government agencies on matters pertaining to both the employment opportunities and the fair regulation of large corporations, farms, and small enterprises. After we make the desired components, we will have a virtual cycle. Instead of searching for low-paying jobs, you should consider how your actions will affect women and young people. You need to consider where you fit in as well. Our water makes learning a breeze. Adding one element to another isn't going to be enough to make the total bigger, in my opinion. That, I believe, is the second major component of the system that I mentioned. There is no doubt in my mind that we have achieved significant strides forward. Getting a community mission approved by the board used to take an average of 19 months. I would like it to be 12 months by next year's end, but now it only takes 16 months on average. Our recent African projects were approved in 5 different countries' healthcare systems in under 130 days. Not only were 2 countries to approve them, but we have also approved a correspondent banking mission in the Pacific Islands for 7 countries in less than 10 months. It's getting harder. Of course, it's doable. We also have an obligation to ESF, which adds another layer of complexity. We need to be very careful to identify which tasks pose the greatest threat to ESF and deal with them as they arise after all. This is exactly what's happening at the moment, isn't it? The demand for better plumbing systems all over the globe is on the rise. The epidemic led to a precipitous decline in coin usage, which is why we are witnessing the current phenomenon of AI-powered artificial wallets on the blockchain. There are times when none of this is the most prudent course of action. Having said that, it is picking up speed, particularly because there are numerous geopolitical conflicts over issues such as the value of the dollar and BRICS. The world's monetary system has transitioned from paper to digital currency. This smoke dog, the plumbing, and the payments are all undergoing changes as a result. More and more people are hearing that blockchain technology has the potential to revolutionize the way money moves through the system. With the addition of the normal economic system plumbing savings that can be traded to tokenize accounts to the Federal Reserve, we now have North America as a hub for new ideas, from Main Street to Wall Street and beyond. Everyone from mom and dad on Main Street to Wall Street is starting to hear about how blockchain technology has the potential to revolutionize the way large institutions handle financial transactions. The advantages to demographics and technology become apparent in this area. Virtually all solid coin markets are pegged to the dollar. In 2021, high-cost payments and wholesale financing will receive $14.41 trillion USD. These are the state's business regulations, and 88% of all FX transactions will be in USD. Updating virtual property typically involves paying a standard law fee. It ought to be finished by around 2020 to 2022, and I only recently mentioned it in a film. Many of these components are already operational, as previously mentioned. One example is the rapid expansion of digital asset usage as more and more average people get involved in the market. Traditional economies will see an increase in tradable bank savings as a result of this. Having the ability to connect to FedNow once it goes live is similar to tokenized deposits. All of this is now being incorporated into FedNow, specifically the role that tradable bank accounts play. They are changing the pipes. Our global economy is experiencing a period of unprecedented change, which is providing us with an opportunity that will not come again. What I say is not true. The current transformation, according to Citi CEO Jane Fraser, will never occur again. A virtual framework is reassembling the economic machine. Neither you nor smart money is treating this situation lightly. Smoking a dog here is a huge deal. Check out our extensive list of projects.